Press start.
Oh, hi.
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 I decided to change up the regular formula of.
Yeah, I was
hi
gonna
at the
say
beginning.
that's not the normal stuff to do around. What the hell
You
was that?
change pitch.
Yeah. I just
Oh,
wanted to-
that's what it was.
There's gotta be a
Yeah.
little variation in here. Like we're on.
There has to be.
We're on a later.
People will
episode.
never know.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
They'll never know what episode they're on unless we continually change pitch. So
Exactly. They're
it's
gonna
a good
hear.
idea.
They're gonna be like looking through, trying to find something we talked
Right.
about, and then they're gonna hear "oh hi" at the beginning, and be like, "I don't know which episode this was," because literally
This
every
could be
episode
any
has
of
had
them.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, how are you guys doing? Oh yeah. By the way, we are Diamonds, Demons, Mushrooms. This is a podcast about video games. Yeah. Yeah. How are you guys doing?
Oh, just
I'm
living
good.
the dream.
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Playing those
Exactly.
games and chilling like a villain.
Yeah.
Like a villain.
Damn, son. Alright, should we just jump right into it? Talk about what we played over the last week?
Sure.
Jump in.
Cool.
Feet first, preferably.
I'll go.
Okay. Okay.
I'll go. So,
That
I
means we're on his
played-
feet.
yeah, I'm feetsies. I'm the footsies. I played Rocket League, of course. Played a little bit less this week because I was trying to focus on some other stuff, so I think that's good. But still been playing it pretty consistently again. Kind of wanted to wean off of it again, but I'm so addicted now that it's kind of hard to.
You damn addict.
I'm an addict.
Addict.
I got pretty far in Red Dead Redemption. I'm like on mission 23 or something like that now, so I think there's 58 missions total, so I'm like a little over a third done.
Neat.
Really enjoying it, just like most other Rockstar games. So far, there's not a lot that's happened. It's mostly been very simple quests, so I'm assuming it's going to get like to the point where the missions are like, longer, like the heists in GTA kind of and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I might not actually be a third way through. I might be closer to like a fourth because I'm doing all the easy stuff first. But yeah, I'm enjoying that a lot. It's pretty good. It's Western GTA. Not much else to say about it. Playing it on Xbox One, which supposedly is the best place to play it right now because it has the best frame rate. So,
Really? Huh.
yeah.
What's it getting for frame rate on it?
Well, it's just more consistently 30
Oh.
instead of the other ones, which drop a lot.
So not as many dips then.
Yeah, exactly. So
Gotcha.
currently it's the best place to play because it wasn't on PC, so
Yep.
which is unfortunate.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, maybe if they ever
Maybe.
do a sequel, they'll port Red Dead Redemption. That'd be pretty sweet. But
That'd be awesome.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I'd get it. I also played. I decided to give up on Pokemon Black. I was kind of debating that last week. Just give up on it for now, probably till next year. I'm probably gonna be like, addicted to Sun and Moon for a while. So
Sun Moon, yeah.
yeah, I don't know how quickly I'll go back to it, but I'll put it off till next year. I played some Alpha Sapphire though instead. Caught myself Cresselia, which is like a Mirage Island Pokemon. Got really lucky with that. But basically, I have a bunch of secret bases that I got online that are full of Blissies. So I've just been battling Blissies because they give you the most XP.
Nice.
And yeah, I went through and I beat the Elite Four for the second time in the game where everyone's stronger, and I hadn't actually done that yet in this, so that was pretty cool. It's funny because I forgot that they actually upgraded it, and I went through with like lower level people just to see, like just to level them up a little bit, and because I left all my really good stuff in the PC, and still managed to beat it with a bunch of revives and hyper potions. So
Good.
I just lucked out that I had that stuff in my bag. So
So lucky.
Yeah, you just like went through and you're just like, oh, I have. This
I
might be
have all
hard.
this stuff. I can actually do this. That's a surprise. I kind of actually mostly did just for the money because I was actually out of Ultra Balls and I wanted to go through and catch all the shit that I was missing from each region. But whatever.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of money now, so we're good. And then Matt and I also started playing Mafia 2 last night. Played it for like an hour and a half or so.
Yep.
Really enjoying it so far. It's also a lot like GTA. I'm a big fan of that style game. It's like I think Matt was describing, like before we started playing it, being kind of like GTA in an LA noir setting.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah. It's like playing GTA, but in that 1940s time period, I think.
Is it 40s or 50s?
I don't know what it is.
Well,
for
when was
Mafia 2.
the German War? the World War II.
World War II.
World
That
War
was
II
at the end of
was
the 40s or
Yeah.
45,
No.
44.
What?
It's during.
That was,
It's
that was
Go
mid
ahead.
40s, wasn't it? Early
Yeah,
40s.
Yeah, that's why I said
40s?
44, 45.
it's
didn't I?
during. It's during
Yeah.
that war. So
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
so it's in that area. I think
Yeah.
Mafia 3 is
yeah,
a little
it's
bit more recent.
Mafia 3 is 1968, I believe. I read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking of that, Chase, you might be, I don't know. I don't know if you play Mafia at all.
Nope, have not.
I'm really
Yeah,
interested
yeah,
in
right.
Mafia 3 after playing Mafia 2, though. Like,
Yeah. Well, so Mafia 2, like, I guess we can talk about it a little bit. And,
yeah.
but, like, it kind of, there's not really side quests as far as I can tell. It's more just, like,
I haven't
here's
seen
the
any
quest,
yet.
go do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, there's not really a journal either of, like, here's the quest that you have and have done.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's weird like that, but it's definitely an earlier game, so it's not like it's not surprising that there's nothing like that. But
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I don't know. I'm kind of glad about that, though, because then I don't have to worry about, like, spending a bunch of time on
Yeah.
side stuff when I can
Yeah.
just focus on the main story, so.
exactly.
Ron, the main quest extraordinaire.
Well, I mean, like, I'm enjoying the game enough that I would probably do it. The same way I did Sleeping Dogs. I played a bunch of the side stuff in Sleeping Dogs. Not all of it, but because a lot of it gets repeated after a little while, or they're just really simple run to this destination missions. But
No, I just
Yeah.
have to give you shit because you've just been playing main storylines for the most part, trying to get through your backlog.
that's true. But I mean, a lot of the games I think I just play typically faster. Jeez, I got the hiccups. I play a little bit faster than most people. Just because, like, we were looking to estimate all these games, me and Matt looked on, like, howlongtobeat.com or whatever. And, I don't know, typically I've been playing them faster than they even say just playing the main story takes. So, like, Arkham Asylum, they said it takes, like, 12 hours. I think me and Matt beat it in, like, 8.
8.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's not like
crazy.
we didn't like rush through Arkham Asylum either.
No,
It didn't
not
seem like.
necessarily. I mean, we didn't do, like, really any side stuff. I don't really know if there is much side stuff in that game.
Well, the side stuff would be like getting the Riddler trophies and stuff. I guess.
Yeah,
but,
just, like,
that stuff is.
scavenging, and that's
It's
not...
like. If I really enjoyed the game, I would have done it, and that I didn't really enjoy Arkham Asylum. But
Yeah, that's something I would go back and
It's
do
just
if I
older
really
and
enjoy
stuff.
the game afterwards. Yeah. Like, I do that
Yeah.
in Ratchet and Clank. I go collect all the gold bolts when I'm done, but... Yeah. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, hoping it gets better. I'm getting really interested in the story, so... We'll see.
Cool beans, bro.
And then me and Matt also played No Man's Sky.
yeah, should we just talk about this later? Let's just.
You want
let's
to talk
push it
about this
off into
later?
the- Yeah, well, because we have it in the news anyway, so that's just like.
That's true. We'll talk about it in the news then. Alright.
I
put it
think
off
that
for
might
now.
be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will just say this right now. A friend gifted it to me, and I told him to refund it from me.
Yeah.
So
I also
Yeah,
refunded
dude.
it, so.
yes. So yeah, go ahead, Chase or Matt or whoever wants to go next.
Matt, you can go ahead.
Alright, I'll go. So yeah, we'll start with the No Man's Sky. I played it, refunded it. We'll talk about it later.
Yep.
Also on Mafia 2, kind of hit on that a little bit. I beat Witcher 3, so we won't have to hear me talk about that every week.
Matt hauled ass this week, man.
I
Yay.
did haul ass this week. So
He
Witcher
did.
3, I played like all day Sunday essentially and beat
Jeez.
it, and
Yeah.
it was really
Wasted.
fun. It's honestly like I can like before I was like, oh, Fallout 4, all day every day, but like after playing Witcher, and I kind of assumed this was gonna happen after playing Witcher, is to be like, oh, Witcher 3 is like way better, not way better. It's better.
Yeah.
I should say way better. It's better than Fallout 4, and I'm not gonna like argue that because I kind of agree with that
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
And in that aspect, it's good you played Fallout 4 first then, so you weren't super
Yeah, because I actually
disappointed like I
enjoyed
was.
Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed Fallout 4, and that's
You
why I'm
were
happy I did play
disappointed.
Fallout and waited
Yep.
on Witcher. But I kind of want to play Witcher again. It's that good of a game. I
Yep.
think,
Now you know how I feel.
Pick it back
But-
up.
but I think that'll be a while. I want to get through some other games.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
have to
first.
wait a little
Yeah.
while, as much as I want to.
I also beat Bastion. I think that was this last week. I think
Yes,
like that
you did.
that night that I said we podcasted, I said I was going to beat it, and I beat it that night. That's also a really good game. If you can get it cheap, I definitely recommend buying it to anybody who hasn't played it.
Yeah, it goes cheap a lot, so...
Yeah.
The story is really good, the music's really good, the gameplay is pretty fun. Not like amazingly fun, but pretty fun. So
It's almost
I
like a
definitely recommend it.
slasher kind of like Doom style
It is. Yeah.
kind of gameplay, yeah. Like
Yeah, it's
Torchlight,
kind of
I think you were saying, Chase. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Like a
top down.
yeah.
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 That's how it is. But it's cool because he
Okay.
narrates the whole game as you're playing it. So like if you fuck around on stuff, he'll like comment the kid or
Yeah,
whatever,
he'll-
just twiddling his thumbs in the corner or something like that.
yeah.
I think you mean
The-
Diablo, by the way, Ron.
That's
not Doom.
what did I say?
You said Doom.
Torchlight or
That-
you did say it.
Yeah,
You said
that-
Torchlight.
that
Yeah,
kind of threw me for
I
a
meant-
loop.
I
I'm
meant-
like, wait, Doom.
I meant Diablo. Oops. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I meant. I'm so used to this podcast being about Doom.
About Doom.
I haven't let go of it yet.
God damn it.
Anything that starts with a D is Doom. So
I'm gonna move
Separate
on from Doom because we're gonna talk about that later again. Anyway, I also played South Park: Stick of Truth. I started and beat it on like 2 days time
Jesus.
because it was
Yeah.
amazing. That game is so fun.
it's really good.
I'm really excited for the Fractured But Whole now. I actually am gonna pre-order it on PS4. I think just so I can get Stick of Truth on PS4 as well. Then.
Yep.
But yeah, that was really fun, really great. I've never seen South Park before, so like, and I didn't feel like left out on any of the jokes. I
was
think
gonna
Ron said
say-
there's some jokes in there that like.
I would say
definitely,
like 50% of the game is like references to the show. So I'm actually
But I
surprised
still
you
thought-
enjoyed it as much as you did because of that.
I
Because you never
I
saw
still
the show.
I still found it all like really funny. Like the references like aren't hard to get though. I feel like.
No, I mean like if you've heard
I mean-
of South Park, you're gonna recognize the characters probably.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, plus
There's
most
just-
of the jokes are based off of pop culture stuff anyway, or real
Yeah.
news events and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
exactly.
for the
Have you
most
played
Yeah.
Stick of Truth, Chase?
part. I have not.
No? Are you planning to at
No.
some point?
I don't know. I have to actually take the time to buy it and
Sure.
all that.
It's not a long game. It took me. I think I beat it in like 10 hours or no, 8 hours, and I didn't play.
Yeah.
I didn't do very much of the side stuff.
I did all the
Um,
side stuff and it took me about 14, I think.
There is, there's some side quests and stuff, but like, you definitely don't need to get the like. I still really enjoyed the game.
Yeah. It's just like extra little Easter eggs in the side stuff, so like
Oh.
to the show, references to the show.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And
Maybe
Yep.
if I can get it for cheap enough or something, I'll pick it
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I also played.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
I also played Pokemon Black a little bit, not too much.
Oh, cool.
Just the tip.
All right, done.
Just a tip. Just a little tippy
Alright.
tip.
Just the
Done. I think I played more games than Ron this week.
You did. Matt
For the
hauled
first-
ass, like I said.
I did.
Good job, Matt.
It is also last week of summer.
I was gonna say
so,
now
like,
school's
that's
starting,
kinda
so you're
why.
gonna be like one
Yeah.
game a week now.
Yep.
I'm not playing anything this week. So as for me, since GoldenEye Source they released their version 5, I picked that up again, played a couple rounds. Seemed pretty much the same as when I played it last year or so ago, when I
Really?
first found it. Yeah, well, it was a lot of texture enhances and stuff like that, but other than that, the gameplay was pretty much the same, which makes sense because it's just Source. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a lot of fun. Definitely recommend it if you like GoldenEye style shooters, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it was fun. Played a little bit of Ark with some friends again.
Arky.
Yep, finally got the center to work, so we started a new map or a new game on the center. Because it wasn't
I have
working
no
for
I don't
idea
me.
even
what
know what
that
that is.
It's another map. It's a fan made one that they basically made into an official free DLC for the game.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like supposed to be like it's like 2 to 3 times as big as the actual main game map. So
Oh wow.
it's pretty huge, and
Huh.
so we started that. I started Doom up again after like 3 weeks.
What the
I
hell?
told you guys we'd be
know.
talking about that again.
I got stuck on the Necropolis level, Ron.
Oh,
like-
sure.
When you put the blue and gold key in those two like rotary things, and it like opens up the shaft at the bottom of
Yep.
the map.
Yep.
Yeah, I got stuck there because the pinkies kept just beating the shit out of me.
Really?
Finally was able to because I'm playing on Nightmare on this round.
Oh yeah.
So I was finally able to beat them, and then got to the Hell Guardians. Those took me like 3 or 4 tries to beat.
Mhm.
because that was a little bit tough, and then I stopped after that.
In harder difficulties, do they have
No
some
more.
of the enemies that appear later in the game appear earlier?
Nope, it's the same. They just do more
Okay.
damage. You're just a little bit more squishy.
Okay. Makes sense.
You do a little bit less damage, I think. Like they're a little bit more bullets. Well, I don't think they are really. But you're mainly just more prone to dying when you get hit.
Yeah.
Like it only takes like 2 fireballs from an imp, 2 to 3, and you're down.
Sure.
So,
That makes sense.
and then I decided to play Pokemon Uranium, the fan-made game.
Is that pretty
which
good?
is-
What do
Yeah,
you think about that?
Actually, I'm really enjoying it. Like, I haven't really enjoyed a Pokemon game in a long time. Like, though I haven't really played many since Crystal, but like, I don't know. It just feels really well done and pretty polished for a fan-made game. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to jump right into news from there, since it's a nice segue, our first news item, Nintendo did shut it down. In a way, they kind of got contacted by their lawyers, I believe. And so all they did though was remove the download links. They didn't totally stop development. And since the game updates through its own internal patcher, they're still planning on releasing updates for it, basically.
Oh.
So
Interesting.
they're just not distributing the initial download links anymore.
So
that's
is it
kinda
like
awesome.
officially? Is it like illegal to play it now, or is it just illegal to distribute?
I don't know. Because
I saw that you launched it from Steam the other day, and I thought that was fucking
Yeah.
hilarious for some reason.
So fuck it.
I was just like curious about that. I was like, I wonder if like it would be like illegal to actually play it now because they did file that.
I don't
think that's how it works.
They actually
I
didn't
don't
file
think it's how it
anything
works
though.
either. Yeah, that's true.
They took it down. The 2 developers, the 2 guys that made it, because they've been working on it for 9 years apparently,
Yeah.
and they just
Oh,
released
wow.
it like this last week.
Yeah.
But they voluntarily took the links down because they pretty much preemptively knew that they were gonna
It was gonna
probably get a cease and
It's
desist.
Nintendo, yeah.
Yeah. But so they just voluntarily took them down to kind of avoid that. But since they did that, I don't know. But I mean, they're still distributing links all across Reddit and Facebook and all that crap. So it's not hard to find it if you really want it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually having quite a bit of fun with it. They introduced a new elemental type, nuclear type, which is kind of badass. So
We've joked about that. Me and Matt have joked
Yeah.
about that
Oh, really?
being a type, actually.
Yeah.
yeah, like that's the whole premise of the game is like there's an actual like initial cutscene where a nuclear reactor melts down, and it's like your parents were like working there or whatever, and one of your parents like disappears, and then your other parent like
So it's Fallout?
no, not really, because like the world is still fine. It's not like post-nuclear disaster or anything.
I just think it's
So-
funny how half these
Yeah.
like nuclear games have something to do with a parent going missing.
Right?
Yeah, of
Or a
course.
child going missing.
Oh, child, yeah.
Yeah.
Wife
But
is
yeah, and then,
dead.
so along with the new nuclear type, they also made 150 custom Pokemon with custom sprites and sounds and all that.
Yeah.
And then
Are they pretty good Pokemon, or are they kind of just meh?
Yeah, they actually seem pretty well designed. Like,
Like they actually feel like they could be in a Pokemon game type of thing? I mean,
yeah, like they're
To a certain
not any
extent.
worse than any of the new gen stuff.
Do you
Like,
know
Okay. Yeah.
what the engine is based off of? If it's based off of Gen 2 or like Gen 3 or Gen 1 even?
like you mean the actual game engine?
Yeah, like what does
Yeah.
it look like? A Gen 2
Oh,
game?
well, it's based off. Well, the actual thing they made it in was RPG Maker.
Wow.
And
I mean,
Oh,
it probably
okay.
looks like a certain Pokemon.
yeah,
game generation, right?
it looks kind of between, I would say, Game Boy Advance and the DS versions.
Oh, really?
It's kind of like between there. So
Okay, so it's like Gen
Like,
3, Gen 4.
yeah, I'd say so. It's full color. It kind of has like a sort of DS interface. Like the part that's on the bottom screen is like during battles, it's like it's like an overlay on the screen now, and it
Yeah.
has like the finger and stuff like that. It seemed very DS-y, so
Interesting.
Huh.
but
Interesting.
yeah. So then along with like I said, the nuclear type, they also brought in and the 150 new Pokemon. They also brought in some of the old ones like Magikarp, Mankey,
So they're
Gyarados, some other ones like that are familiar, and then they also apparently have mega forms of some of them, as well as nuclear forms, like they're corrupted, so like they have like I think Gyarados has a chance to be like have like a nuclear form, so it's like instead of
Okay.
water flying, it's like water nuclear or something like that, which is kind of weird.
Interesting. I kind of want to check this out now. You're making me want to get it.
I don't know, I'd recommend just at least checking it out if you can. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right.
Do we
Ron, you
want
to hit
about
the next
No
one?
Man's Sky?
Yeah, let's do it.
Talk
I think Ron. I'm just gonna start off by saying I think Ron has a little bit different of a view on it than I do, but we're kind of at the same. We're kind of at the same point. We're at the same conclusion.
We've
think,
talked
for
about
different
this a lot,
reasons.
obviously, over the last week
Yeah.
because it's kind of been all the buzz on the internet, and there's a bunch
The
of
hot
shit that's
topic.
come out about it. So it's like, I don't know. I'm kind of at a point where I got it refunded. I'm not gonna probably buy it again until maybe it's $5.
Yeah. Well,
It's just not for me. I'm more annoyed at the fact that it was sold as a $60 game,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
basically an early access $20 title.
It is.
anything
So-
else.
well, at least on PC. I don't know how it runs on PS4. It just felt
It
like
crashes
with the
constantly
problem.
on PS4.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
It does. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, and I only know the PS. I'm just gonna go off the PC because that's what I played, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it wasn't running great. It like wasn't very smooth. I didn't
Yeah.
really have problems with crashing, but like you could tell like the frame. I didn't have a frame rate thing going, but I could tell it was dropping every once in a while, or like quite
stutters
often.
and dips.
Yeah, and stuff like that. So it wasn't very optimized, which I guess that
And I got that too, and I'm on a GTX 1080. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And like I shouldn't complain too much because a lot of games do that on release for PC. It just kind of sucks that this
Well, I don't
that,
think it was necessarily an optimization issue. I think it was just a engine bug or some crap.
Maybe,
like that.
yeah.
Because they
Yes.
released some patch that supposedly fixed it, or an experimental
Well,
patch at least.
yeah, they released a tweet saying that they're coming out with a patch soon. They haven't actually released anything, as far as I know.
No, it's
or
it's
it's
an
in
experiment.
beta testing. Or
Yeah,
something now.
it's a beta experimental patch. You can opt into it though.
Oh,
in
interesting.
Steam.
I didn't know you could do that now.
Yeah, through the Steam menu, like when you right click properties and there's the beta
Oh,
tab
okay.
or whatever. Yeah,
Cool.
you can opt
Yeah.
into it.
I don't know. For me, the biggest, I just they advertise the game as a certain thing, and they release the
Yeah.
game as something
That's the
completely
big
different.
thing.
Yeah.
And that's the
There's
biggest
a lot
issue
of
that I have
things.
with it. There's just a lot of things. I think there's a huge Reddit post posted like yesterday, summarizing literally everything that the developer Sean Murray has said is in the game that is not actually in the game.
Yeah.
The big thing being that you could see other people.
Yeah.
And I think it's even sketchier that they released the PS4 copy, I think it was in the UK or something like that, with a sticker on the back covering up the fact
Yeah,
that
I
it was
heard about
supposed to
that.
be
That's-
online on it.
Yeah.
Like that seems really sketchy.
That seems
they did
shady as hell,
like,
and that happened before the PC copy came out. That's when I was
like, oh
starting to get a
shit, we
little
already
worried
printed
about it.
out the packaging. Oh, let's just put these stickers, guys.
I think they wanted
Yeah.
it by release, but I'm thinking that it's just
For
going to
sure.
get patched later because
Yeah.
they couldn't get it working the way they wanted.
Yeah. I agree. And like there's other things too in that like was advertised as like we get this and we get that and we didn't. Like there's a lot of like those like flight, trade and whatever.
Yeah.
Flight and
Yeah.
trade or
Fight,
I don't
the
know.
survive, fight, trade.
Yeah,
those,
whatever it
those
was.
trailers of the PS4 that Sony released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit different than like and I don't know. I
What's
should go
like-
back and rewatch.
You
but
should watch those trailers because one thing I noticed is how lush and how like populated the worlds are in
Yeah.
those trailers.
I
But
noticed
in the
that.
game, it's a barren wasteland, and you see things once every like
yeah,
little-
that
every
was
so
kind of a
often.
big thing too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just seems like very sketchy to me that like they're supposedly have these big space battles that you can join in on each faction and join and like battle stuff.
Yeah.
Pick which side you want to join and battle the other, and like you can destroy space stations, and
Yeah.
none of
I
that
feel
is
like-
in the game.
I felt like it was a really well done tech demo that they couldn't actually.
It is
implement-
it is a skeleton of a good game.
Right, but I mean, like the demos they initially showed, like they had a
Oh.
really good tech demo,
Yeah.
And they just couldn't figure out how to scale that up. Like, oh shit, can we actually do this?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
that's in the game somewhere, and it's like in a very small part that was during.
Right.
Well,
right.
yeah, let's get that, like, because it is procedurally generated, right? So, like, obviously the tech demo had stuff that was probably purposely put there, but
Yeah.
like, it's not the creatures and stuff we're seeing themselves that look different. Like, that's fine. It's more of like the density,
The gameplay
right?
elements is really the problem that are missing.
It's
Yeah.
just there's no like driving. There's no real in factor about the game. There's nothing like it's you collect resources, you trade those resources in for credits, you scan all the animals on the planet. You
For
go
credits.
you go do
For
it
credits.
in you go
Yeah,
do
and
that
there's no-
on a different planet. That's all you can do in the entire game.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Then in the hour that we played or whatever.
Well, no, that's
what-
all you can do in the entire game. That was like that's
Okay.
what people are saying online.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
whole game
I
is
mean-
just resource gathering for no reason.
Yeah. Some people do like that though too. Is the thing.
Yeah, some people do, and I mean, you can make that argument about like Minecraft is like.
Right.
Well, at
You
least
know,
in
it's-
Minecraft
it's
you can
not-
build shit with those resources.
Yeah,
And you
that's
can-
the thing.
yeah.
Is like if No Man's Sky added something like that, it would be completely different. But
I
like
feel like
as of
base
right
building
now,
would be a waste in No Man's Sky though. Honestly.
it would be. It would be a waste. I mean, I agree with that, but
Yeah.
like as of right now, there's no reason for you to even attempt to like go out and explore, like to get more resources because you don't do
Right.
anything with them anyway.
Yeah, you trade in those resources to like upgrade your stuff so that you can go to another planet, or not even
Carry
upgrade,
more
just like
stuff.
power your stuff so that you can go
Yeah.
to another planet and
Yeah.
mine more resources.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
No,
feel
that's
like
definitely true.
because I haven't played it, so I'll just say that. But from what I've seen, I've watched a lot of streams and talked to you
Mhm.
guys about it. I feel like if the inventory management wasn't as bad and they fixed some of the more major bugs, or major gripes, not necessarily bugs that people have with it, it could be a fairly decent game.
And they lowered the
Just-
price to
just-
$30.
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
but not a $60 game though. Either.
No,
like
it is
if
not a
if they lowered it by
Yeah.
if they lowered it to 30, I might buy in. 20 for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd buy it at
Well-
30. It's not my kind of game,
Right.
I think, is the biggest issue for me.
I-
Like, some people are enjoying it, and that's fine.
So no, yeah, that's fine. And I want to talk about the price a little bit too. And then like I think I told Ron this right away. And I don't know if I said this in maybe I did it in the podcast hangouts or what. But people are mad not necessarily that it is $60, but that they charge $60 for they charge a AAA game price and didn't deliver a AAA product essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still an indie game. Like, don't get me wrong, but if you're going to charge $60 for something, it better be optimized at release, or whatever. Like, there should be
Right.
no issues
They
with
better at least have
frame
some
rate
of the
stutters.
features they
Yeah,
said.
and have all the full features like the multiplayer and stuff like that. Yeah, that's why people are mad. It's not that the game is bad necessarily. It's that it's $60.
And you know what?
Like-
They could have said, "Hey, we didn't make all these features before the game release. Here is an early access of this game.
Yeah.
Let's release it as early access on PC only. Delay the release till further when we can add all those features, because that is not a full price game."
Yeah.
But I think
But they
Sony
didn't
would've kind of
communicate
flipped
any
shit
of
though
that.
at that.
Yeah, they didn't communicate at all. They just released the game as if it was what they had advertised it as.
Yeah, and I remember talking about this like months ago now, probably,
Yeah.
of how it was delayed, and we're all kind of like, people were kind of worried, kind of not worried, like what's going
Yeah.
on, and then like that thing came out with like, oh,
The
there's a lawsuit.
thing. Yeah,
That's why they delayed, and like clearly that's not why they delayed,
No.
right?
for sure. Yeah.
Um,
We see
but-
that now.
I would have much preferred them even to delay it more and release a full game.
I think it
Because-
should have been delayed till next year.
I
I
mean,
think
people
so,
would have been
too.
mad, but like then
But it
people
wouldn't have
can
been a
cancel
shitty
their
game.
pre-orders.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can cancel their pre-orders unless you bought it on Steam. Well, I don't know if you can refund pre-orders on Steam or not.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know.
Anyway, I think
Well,
you might be
that's
able
just
to.
another reason to not pre-order, honestly.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think, but
but like people that like pre-order from like Amazon or like GameStop or wherever, like they can
Yeah.
all cancel and like decide if they want it later, or maybe you do release it as early access then for like $20 or something. I don't know,
yeah.
but they could have handled it differently. That's for sure.
Mhm. Definitely. I don't know. We've talked about a lot about it, like even yesterday and today, and it's just
Yeah.
a bummer. Is how I read the entire situation.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's
It's probably
really
one of the bigger
unfortunate.
disappointments in gaming we've had in a while. I'd
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Which, yeah.
Just because of the massive amount of hype the game had.
Yeah.
One
And
of the
I
most
want to
hyped
argue,
games ever that turned out to be very mediocre.
it makes me so mad that people are calling it an indie game with how much hype was behind it, because, I mean, it's clearly an indie game, but, like, I don't know. That's a different conversation for a different time, probably, that we've
Well, it
already
is an
had.
indie studio,
It's-
though. They
it's
only
an
have
And it is
one
an
other
indie,
game.
like, I'm not going to argue that it, but, like, to me, like, the amount of hype behind it, and that's why and so many people are disappointed. It like, it's an indie game, but it didn't feel like an indie game as far as, like, marketing, because
Right.
obviously Sony was behind a lot of the marketing, but, like, that's kind of that's what you, like, you're playing with fire when you do stuff like that, when you have an indie game and you hype it up. So
For sure.
He was just he trusted his algorithm.
Yeah.
he has an algorithm that he stole from someone else, apparently. That he didn't steal from someone else.
Supposedly.
You guys should watch that 16-minute video I sent you about it. It's freaking hilarious.
I watched part of it and, like,
It's just like
what the...
it's just showing like clips before release, like all the weird glitches in the game, like all the crashes and stuff like that, and then like kind of like making a joke out of it and stuff.
Well, it was mixed in with Sean Murray basically playing the current version,
Yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
While he was actually playing in the previous clips, playing the tech demo basically, and now playing this version and seeing all the weird glitches and like you said.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a bummer. I'm just whatever. Maybe they'll make the game good over time. Maybe they'll just cash out, take their money, and abandon it. But we'll see.
Yeah, who knows?
Did you hear it today? By the way, this is completely like another news thing. I saw today that they had previously said that all DLC and like updates for the game will be free, and then apparently like yesterday or something, Sean Murray put out a thing saying like I was maybe presumptuous or too quick to say that. Like,
yep.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
So there might be paid DLC for it at some point.
That would be a fucking
ridiculous.
train wreck.
Oh my god, I can't imagine.
This seems like this just compound on the issue that we have.
Yeah. Like the only way to resolve this issue is to make sure you do free updates, honestly, like with the amount of backlash that's happened. I don't know.
I'm really curious to see numbers in terms of refunds, like if this is the most refunded game ever on Steam. Because I know a lot of people that did.
Okay, Arkham Knight was pretty major too. Like
that's true.
Let's not forget about that. But
that wasn't hyped.
I wouldn't be surprised. No, it wasn't. That's true. But people at least could play this game. Arkham Knight people couldn't even play.
Yeah.
Like, some people.
That's true.
Some people can't get past the launch screen in No Man's Sky either, though. So
that's true too. I don't know. We'll see. I wonder what the numbers are on that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. Let's get past that soapbox.
No more No Man's Sky. Let's never talk about it again.
Never again.
Yeah. Actually, we probably will have to.
Probably.
Go ahead, Chasey Wasey.
So to start some Bethesda news,
let's do it.
So I think I mentioned this in the beginning of July actually, the Skyrim Total Conversion mod Enderal by the German mod group that made the Total Conversion mod for Oblivion called Nerim. I think is what it was.
Yep.
The English version finally released, and there's supposedly around 30 to 100 hours of content in this conversion mod.
It seems like it's kind of like the year for insanely large mods, like fan-made mods. You know what I mean?
Well, I think this one's just. I think they're just kind of.
It's a port, right? Kind of, in a way.
No, it's a total conversion mod.
I guess I don't know what the hell that means. But...
Total conversion
mod. So they took the game. They took the game and like made it again
a new
in
game,
a different
basically.
Oh, okay.
They use the same asset, or they use the same assets for the most part, or engine at least, and they made completely new. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Skyrim with a new story. New story, new voice actors, new textures for the most part, new lands. Total new storyline, new characters.
Which, by the way, like, there's also one of these a total conversion mod for like Fallout New Vegas that happens in Alaska that I'm really psyched about, but that's not out yet either. Well, this one's out now, I guess.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just haven't paid attention to the mod scene very much in the past, but it just seems like there's a lot of stuff coming out lately for like these big games. Like, I mean, Pokemon Uranium, we were just talking about that, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Another Metroid
Yeah.
remake too, or whatever.
I don't know. I think they're just kind of all culminating at this one point kind of now, because Enderall's been in development since 2012, I think is what it was. Basically right after Skyrim released.
Yep.
And like I said, Uranium has been 9 years in development as well, so long time with some of these mods. That's crazy.
Off topic, is Skywind out?
No.
They're still working on that?
Still working on that.
That's something that I would be interested in. I was going to say, that's something I would actually be interested in playing when it came out, because I can't play Morrowind just because of how the system works after playing the newer ones. But if they ported it to Skyrim's engine, I might be able to play it. So.
The mod group that did Nerem and Enderall is Sure AI, by the way, and it only takes the base version of Skyrim to play. No DLCs required.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I might have to check that out.
It is a very, very big project.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yep.
People got their money's worth with Skyrim, that's all I'll say. If you bought it on PC, at least.
Yeah. And this won't be something that is going to come out for, like, the PS4 or Xbox mods when Skyrim...
No.
Because it's way too big.
No.
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
Just forewarning everyone.
Yeah.
So
don't get your hopes up.
Because you know that people are going to be on Reddit, like, complaining that it's not on there.
Yeah, that's just for sure. Stupidity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Skyrim, our next thing is that Bethesda announced that Elder Scrolls 6 won't be shown until it's ready for release, which I know you're about to chime in, Matt.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that Matt has said this repeatedly to us.
Yeah, I remember, like, people were like, oh, ES6 is going to be shown. No, that's still years out of development. Ron was like, oh, it'll be shown next year.
Dude, they're not going to show it, just like with Fallout, until it's ready to release. And Bethesda comes out and repeats Matt. Because they know Matt said that. Apparently they listen to our podcast, and they're like, we need to make Matt look like a genius here. So.
Todd Howard, I just want to say I'm a big fan. I love your work. I know you're listening. No, but really,
Todd Howard, I'm very sorry that I didn't play more of the Fallout 4 DLC. And I've been shitting on Fallout 4 in favor of Witcher 3 the last few weeks.
He's gonna come and bitch slap you.
That's why he's making Matt look smart, because he was defending Fallout and I was tearing it apart.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, they're gonna follow the same model they did with Fallout 4, and like
which is great
at E3, and then they'll release it that November.
I'm guessing.
Well, hey, then there won't
2
be
years
some.
Out
well, hey, then there won't be there won't be big hype like No Man's Sky just happened.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there was still a ton of hype behind Fallout 4. Like, don't get me wrong.
No, but like
No Man's
that was within 2 months of release, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like there won't be 2 years of hype to generate. It'll be 2 months. So
I'm gonna guess winter of 2018 for Elder Scrolls 6.
Well, wasn't there rumors that they're going to release a new IP first and then release?
Yeah. That's true. It kind of depends on how they're splitting their studio up now.
And it depends on how big those new IPs are. Like, is it going to be a new another Skyrim game where it's like hundreds and hundreds of hours of content?
Or is it going to be like a Dishonored kind of game where it's only so
exactly.
long? Yeah.
So
it'll probably be another hero shooter.
Bethesda needs a hero shooter now, yeah.
Oh wait, that's Quake.
Yep. Except that they're not actually developing that, so.
I know.
No, yeah.
They just want to compete with their own, subsidiary studio.
Yep.
Fuck you, id.
Just like Titanfall on Battlefield.
Yep.
Alright, well, speaking of what Bethesda is working on, Nuka World is releasing on August 30th. So, that's the last Fallout 4 DLC.
Yep, trailer looked pretty cool. I'll probably have to play this. Cool. I'm not sure I'm going to play it right away this time. I might have to wait a little bit. That and it ran like shit on my old computer. I don't know if that was optimization with the DLC or if it was my old computer, but...
Weird, I didn't have any issues with...
it was probably my 760.
Bahaba.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm excited for it. It looks great.
Yeah. But you haven't even played Far Harbor yet, have you, Matt?
No, I haven't. No.
Really?
Well, because I want to start a new character on survival mode, but like I don't have the time to.
Yeah.
So
Well, just play Far Harbor on your current character, and then
yeah, I could.
Yeah, you goose. Did you ever even beat the main
Whatever.
story in the game?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you
Oh
did.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I did. I did.
Of
I did a
course
long
Matt
time
did.
ago. Come on now.
Come on now.
Come on now.
All right.
come on.
Moving on from Bethesda, let's apparently Final Fantasy 15 was delayed until November 29th. From what I've heard, there's not a lot of backlash about this, even though the game's been delayed a bunch. I think it was supposed to come out.
Yeah.
a
So
long
wasn't
time
this
ago.
like? Wasn't this supposed to release like alongside Final Fantasy 13 as like 13.2 or
yeah,
something?
it was it was named like Final Fantasy 13 Versus or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah,
what it was.
and then yeah.
But then they ended up just completely scrapping that and rebuilding it from scratch. I'm pretty sure the first trailer for this game was shown in like 2009 or something. Like it was shown a long time ago. But from what I've heard, like the developer actually put out a video like explaining exactly why they had to delay it, and people are like, you know what, whatever they got to do to make the game good.
Whatever you
So.
gotta do, man.
Yeah.
I see. That's the kind of thing that people aren't going to get mad when they delay a game if they're going to actually work on making the game better. So, if the game actually is successful at launch, I should say,
Yeah.
Yep, I agree with that.
just like they did with our Uncharted 4, and Uncharted 4 was fantastic at launch. So, cool.
All right.
So speaking of Battlefield, the open beta starts August 31st.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Excellent.
I also want to talk about. I don't know if Ron realizes this because
Uh-oh.
I think he'd be all over this, but there's also a open beta for
Titanfall 2.
Like
It's
Titanfall
not
2.
on PC, which kind of
Oh.
pisses me off. It's PS4
Yeah.
and Xbox One only, which people are really mad about that. Including
but you
me.
have an Xbox One.
Yeah,
so-
and I could try
and a
it.
PS4.
It's
They're
actually going to
only
be
testing their server
It's an open
infrastructure.
technical test, and I think
Yeah.
there's early access codes right now for it, but I think it's open to everyone on like the 19th. So I'll probably try it.
But
Right
yeah, now we can talk about the Battlefield 1 beta.
Yeah.
I guess. Sorry. Just wanted to-
Yeah, I signed up for this the other day, so
I did
I'm
too.
hoping I also
Yeah.
get.
Oh, do you
I
have
get
to
an
sign
invite.
up for it?
I think it's
Yeah,
like
they
you go
do.
on the website, and you
Oh.
just like sign in.
Yeah.
They'll send you a code when it's coming
Oh,
out when
okay.
it
Yeah.
starts. Yeah.
I should probably do that then.
You should.
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
should.
try it with us.
I know.
Yeah. I'm way more excited for Battlefield than I am for Titanfall. So I
I'm the
actually care about
opposite.
Battlefield. Yeah, I know you are.
Chase is
Well,
like
that's-
doesn't give a shit about either right now.
Kind of, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really excited for Battlefield, and then I watched more on it, and I got a little less excited.
See, I've done
Nice.
the opposite for Titanfall because I started out kind of like it's another Titanfall game. I'll probably like it, but now I'm like, as I'm seeing more shit, I'm like, I really want Titanfall really bad.
What,
So.
you were excited the entire damn time.
No, I was excited for the announce, and then when the game was shown, I'm like, yes, it looks cool. It's Titanfall, but I'm not like shit my pants over it. Honestly, I was more hyped by Battlefield 1 before, and I was considering getting just that. But now, after seeing this, I'm leaning towards Titanfall. But I'm probably going to get both anyway. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Get both. All right.
So another thing, speaking of games like Titanfall that hopefully kill Call of Duty. Peace. That was a terrible transition. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That was awful.
Fucking awful segue.
So apparently PC players can no longer purchase Black Ops 3 DLC separately. All you can do is purchase the season pass now, which is
So what if you
pretty
own?
silly.
So what if you own DLCs already and you're missing one? Does it credit you back like some Steam titles do,
Well,
or?
I'm
I would
assuming you just
assume
keep
it's
what you
probably
have,
like that.
and you have to buy the season pass up front if you want the rest of it. That's what I'm assuming they're doing.
I don't know.
Because there's not
So,
a lot of
anyway.
titles on Steam where you get a discount if you own part of it already.
Right.
So-
I mean, but I didn't know if they were gonna do that or not. Is what I'm saying.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
But
I think a lot of games do that now for like DLC bundles.
well, there's only a few
Yeah.
studios that do it. Like I know Borderlands 2K does it for a lot of their stuff, but
Yeah.
Bethesda does it.
My question about this is, did they do it just to prevent people from only buying zombie DLC?
Probably.
Or, like-
Probably, most likely.
I don't- I-
they want
I don't
want
know
more
how
money.
they work.
It's Activision. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that doesn't surprise me.
All damn money.
Actually, quickly, while we're talking about Call of Duty, let me just say that Infinite Warfare just announced that they are releasing a zombie mode as well.
Oh, good call.
So
That's
Yay.
a good. That's a good segue, Ron.
yeah, I
That's a
figured
good
it's
segue.
That
like
was a good
lower on the
segue.
list, but I figured we'd do it. I also saw in that trailer, like I was telling these guys, I don't know if it was news already, but apparently the Modern Warfare Remastered campaign, the actual storyline, is exclusive to PS4 for a month. And I did not
Yeah, I don't
know
know.
that, and I feel like people are going to find that out like later, and that they're going to
That-
get really pissed off
that
about
seems-
that.
That seems like a long time to be exclusive.
Yeah, for a campaign,
Like,
like really,
For a campaign.
like
Yeah.
what?
Like, I can understand a week maybe, but like a month, it seems like a long time.
I don't think the
But whatever.
campaign should be delayed at all. Like DLC, that's what they.
Yeah,
That's what their deal
I agree
is.
with
Yeah.
DLC
Yeah.
should be timed.
That's
The game itself
really
should be the
dumb.
same. It's just silly. But whatever.
Well, alright.
It's
Alright, next
Activision.
little
I'm
bit of
avoiding
news.
it.
Yeah. Next little bit of news, Killing Floor 2 launches November 18th on PC and PS4, so they just announced that
yeah.
or this week, I think.
Yeah. So
'Cause
it's
it's
been
early
on, it's been in
access
early access
currently
for a while. It's really
On
fun.
PC at least.
Yeah, me
I was
and
gonna
Yeah.
say, wasn't
Evan
that
played
out
it.
already?
Well, the early access has been on for a while, and they've been updating
Okay,
it
that's
constantly.
what I wasn't sure on.
The early access like was pretty much the full game, just like
Yeah.
one map pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been doing a really good job updating that game, though, and from what I've heard, the
Yeah.
reception is really good. I only played it
Yeah.
for like 3-4 hours, I think, with Evan and a group of his people, but it's really fun. So it's basically like Payday, but with it's like Left 4 Dead, but
Yeah.
a lot more fun to me, I guess. It's got
Waves
yeah.
of zombies instead of
Yeah. Does Left 4
waves
Dead
of
have
cops.
bosses?
Mini bosses like the
I
tank.
think kinda.
Well, I was
Yeah.
gonna say because Killing Floor I think it's every map, like every map at the very end of it, you have to fight a big boss, and it's different depending
Oh.
upon what map you're on. It's like super fun.
Left 4 Dead's not quite like that. It
Yeah.
has like
Yeah.
the
There are
elite characters, I
Yeah.
guess, like
Yeah.
tanks and witches. And
It's also got a
stuff
buying
like that,
system.
but-
Killing Floor does like you get money
Yeah.
as you kill stuff, kind of like zombie
Oh.
mode in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can upgrade your weapons and stuff. So it's really fun.
Yeah.
It's like zombie mode from Call of Duty, but way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's next?
Witcher 3 Game of the Year version officially announced, slated for August 30th.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
So this was kind of news a while ago. Right?
yeah,
And
it just
then
hadn't been officially
it wasn't
announced by
official.
them yet.
Yeah.
So nothing really surprising there. Just includes all the DLC for $50. I think was the surprising thing for me. It's actually
Some news
$50.
also-
Yeah.
Some news for this also is your current Witcher 3
Oh,
characters will not transfer over to the Game of the Year edition, which seems weird.
Really?
I read
But
that
you
that's
shouldn't-
true only on the PC version,
Oh,
I-
maybe it is.
but I don't know.
Why?
Yeah.
It seems very trivial to Matt anyway, because like why if you have the game, you shouldn't be buying the Game of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, why would you buy
It's
the
the same-
game
yeah.
here if you already
Yeah.
have the game? Because
But-
you could buy the season pass way cheaper.
Yeah, just buy the season
Yeah.
pass, right? If that's what you want.
I'm wondering if the
But
Game
yeah.
of the Year is actually going to come packaged with everything on the disc. That's what I would assume they would do, right?
Yeah, I would
You
assume so
think?
too.
Or if they're going to like
Or
have
they just
codes
give you
for the
codes for the
DLCs.
yeah, who knows?
A disc
know.
with
I
a
don't know.
Steam code on it.
Yeah, that'd be silly.
Yeah.
But it'll also include those 12 little free DLCs they gave out right when the game came out too, by the way.
Yeah.
Which you probably don't have those, Matt. But yeah.
I'm assuming I do. Wouldn't it just be
Well,
an update?
you'd have to go on and download all of them individually. They
Oh.
release after the game release, they released one a week for free, one DLC, and typically for the most part they were like missions in the game or Witcher contracts.
Whatever, not a big
Yeah,
deal.
it's not like big, but
Alright. Well, continuing on with Witcher 3 news, a NVIDIA Ansel, I don't know,
Yep, answer.
is available for Witcher 3, and a 1 gigapixel screenshot can be taken.
that's
I guess
crazy.
I don't really know too much about that, but
So what NVIDIA Ansel is, it's basically an in-game photo mode if developers choose to add it in. So you can basically pause the game and take screenshots from wherever. It kind of goes into a free cam mode.
okay.
So
I
the
didn't-
developers
yeah.
don't have to like actually make a photo mode. They just have to add in Ansel support basically.
Huh.
So
and
yeah.
it also allows for super high resolution pictures. Like even if you're just running at like 1080p, you can take 4K and above screenshots. Like
That's awesome.
like with this, a 1 gigapixel screenshot, which means 1 billion pixels, was taken. It's on gigapixelgallery.com or something like that. I think you can search for it, and like you can like the actual wide shot is like a castle with, and then you can see Geralt and like
Geralt.
or Geralt, sorry. Obviously, I play Witcher 3.
Yeah.
You can see him on like a balcony, and then you can like zoom all the way into his face and like see him like you would like in a normal cutscene kind of thing, and it's just
That's
a
awesome.
screenshot.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy.
Cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
For the next news, apparently Konami announced a game called Metal Gear Survive, which I heard about this. I didn't see too much, but it's basically, I think, Metal Gear, but a zombie 4-player horde game.
So, can he do this? Like, can he use the Metal Gear name?
No, Konami is a company. You're thinking of Kojima.
Yeah, Konami, not Kojima.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kojima worked at Konami and then left. And
That's why I was
studio.
confused.
Yeah,
I was getting them confused. That's my
Konami
fault.
still owns the IP for Metal Gear.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way around.
No.
This is Konami's
Okay.
first post-Kojima game for
Yes,
Metal Gear.
this is true.
The reaction I've
seem-
heard seems terrible so far.
Yeah.
So.
Like, what are you doing, Konami?
Like, well, why would you take a stealth RPG type game
Yeah.
and turn it
It's
into a 4-player zombie survival game?
That's just weird. It's supposed to take place in like an alternate universe, I guess.
It reminds
And,
me
like-
a lot of Umbrella Corps. I don't know if you've heard about that,
Yes, I have.
but it's a 4-player horde game in the Resident Evil universe.
Yeah.
Good job, Konami.
That apparently is awful as well. So, yeah, Konami, you shit the bed. No one cares about you anymore. They're all looking at Death Stranding and Kojima, and you're a pile of shit. So, yeah,
Sad day.
sad for you.
You know,
Sad for you.
sad for you.
Yeah. So I think that's all we
got
have for news. Yeah.
Yeah. Yay, on to some nice juicy rumors now.
Juicy.
Juicy.
Juicy. I'm calling it. Hold on. I'm calling it. Name of the podcast, Juicy.
Juicy.
Oh my gosh. It's a great one.
That's a
right.
good, it's a juicy one.
Juicy man's
Juicy.
guy.
Yep. No man's juice.
No man's juice. Oh, God. Gross. So, a rumor has it that a new Splinter Cell game is in development.
Yeah, I didn't see
Tom
too
Clancy?
much about it. Yeah. Tom Clancy.
That is the thing.
Actually, this
Tom
one's going to
Clancy's
be
followed up for.
no. This one's actually going to be Sid Meier's Splinter Cell. So
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Alright.
the
Damn.
trading this time. But I don't
Yeah,
give a shit about
sorry,
Splinter Cell. So
I kind of ruined this rumor. I'm sorry. Is there anything to actually talk about here?
Oh,
No? Just that
no,
there's a
I don't.
game?
I don't honestly know much about Splinter Cell. I never really played.
Neither
any
do I.
games. I think Blacklist
Yeah,
I
neither do
own, but I haven't really played them, so I don't really care. So whatever.
it's a stealth shooter.
I'm sorry
that's
for
all
any
I
big
really
fans
know.
of Splinter Cell. I just don't care.
You're gonna
So,
get hate mail
so
now,
screw
Ralph.
off. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Screw off.
So screw off. Okay, let's move on.
Alright. Yeah, let's do that. So another rumor, Fallout New Orleans, trademark or whatever, apparently was
New Orleans.
patent, I don't know, was filed, supposedly, somebody found it. I personally don't think that this is even sort of true.
I don't
but
think it's
that's just
anything
me.
either.
Yeah.
Just like how Fallout London was supposedly like trademarked or whatever and all that stuff,
yeah.
like I don't. I think number one, it's way too soon for us to actually be seeing. Like
Anything
it might.
related to Fallout.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think
They-
it would be Bethesda making it if it was going to be a new Fallout. I think of
Yeah.
Obsidian when I see that, but I also don't think
It could
Obsidian
be.
would ever make another Fallout game.
Yeah.
Just because
I don't
I've
know.
heard that they kind of had a bad time working
did.
with Bethesda on New Vegas. So
Yeah.
Even though
Yeah.
New Vegas was apparently like the best one.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I've heard
I
as
think
well.
New Vegas is looked upon as like better than Fallout 3. Personally, I like Fallout 3, but I also played.
I've
that
heard
one
very
first.
mixed opinions on those two. Like
Yeah.
people like them
Yeah.
equally. It kind of
Yeah.
depends on which one you played first. I think, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
So
But yeah. So anyway, like Fallout New Orleans, it seems way too early for a trademark. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like this is
I think
like
Early,
real.
early for a trademark, early for any news related to it, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of. I mean,
If
and
this
just like I
exists
said,
in like 2 years, then you can kick us.
yeah, yeah. But like,
You
just
can,
like I
you can
said, like
send us your
Fallout,
juice and make us drink it.
Oh god.
Fallout London was like rumored right away, and like people saw that trademark, and like obviously nothing
Yeah.
happened there, and like, so I'm putting it in that boat. Like I wouldn't expect.
I mean, it
anything
could
to
be
happen.
for future stuff though too. Like
It could be.
usually
Yeah.
put in trademarks in
And-
advance. So.
And maybe this is like a movie or something.
Yeah,
Could
I
be,
don't know.
that's
know.
true.
Something.
It doesn't have to be a game, but I'm just saying I wouldn't expect anything out of this.
Yeah.
Yep.
So apparently Rockstar Games, an insider has claimed that they will be attending the September 7th PlayStation event, which apparently was the event that PlayStation's probably going to unveil the Neo.
Oh, really?
And so the rumor is Rockstar is going to show something there, and it kind of aligns with the fact that Rockstar has said that they will be showing their new project soon. So,
Okay. I kind of forgot about this, but didn't Rockstar say they were going to be at E3 in a big way?
Yeah, no, it was their parent company said that they would be at E3. Take-Two said they'd be at
Yeah,
E3 in a
Take-Two.
big way, and people are
Oh.
speculating that that means they were talking about Mafia 3. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
yeah.
never mind.
I remember
Okay.
looking at that after E3 as well and being like, what the heck? So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be cool. It makes sense. I think people are like kind of hoping they don't show it at a PlayStation event because they're worried it's not going to be on PC.
Yeah, that's
Assuming it is
too,
like Red
honestly.
Dead or something like that.
Yep.
I think at this point it would be a mistake to do that, but you know, they
Yeah,
could.
especially with how well GTA 5 sold on PC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're just throwing away money by not doing that. Especially since
Oh,
the
yeah.
architecture is so similar now between all the consoles and the PC. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, hell,
it shouldn't be that hard.
It'd be so similar to GTA 5. They'd have to change all that much. Either.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'd really reuse a lot of those assets for their next
yeah.
game too. So yeah,
Faux show.
for sure. And then
For sure, for sure.
yeah,
Soul Calibur 6 designs have apparently appeared online.
I didn't-
Supposedly.
I did not know there was a game after Soul Calibur 3. So which is the last Soul Calibur that I played.
It's probably about the same for me.
I think like the only one I played too. I remember playing that on like PS2 back in the day.
Yep. It's
But-
about the last one I played.
Yeah. Pretty fun games. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
care. It's funny. Yeah. So I think that's all
Alright.
we got for rumors.
What's
Yeah.
coming out next week, guys?
Thanks.
Games.
Oh, okay.
So moving on. Just kidding. So apparently on August 18th we have Deus Ex Go, which is tomorrow, coming out on Android and iPhone.
Tomorrow, Ron? Really? You're gonna say tomorrow? What if they're listening? If we're not even gonna have
Yeah,
this out
I
tomorrow.
mean, this is going to probably be out Friday, so it's going to be yesterday probably when this comes
Yeah,
out. Or,
yeah.
you know, whenever you listen to this, probably like on the weekend, it'll probably be a few days ago. So
Or if
I
this
said
is-
August 18th first before I
If this
said
is
tomorrow.
2018,
okay?
this was years ago.
You
and
gotta
don't care about
chill.
this
You
game.
better relax, bro.
Wow.
You better relax. Okay.
Best check
Breaking
yourself.
the fourth wall, man. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. But apparently that's made by the same people who made Lara Croft Go and Hitman Go, which both got really good reviews. So,
Hopefully
Yep.
not Pokemon Go.
no, yeah, different.
Ha!
Which is
a
funny
joke.
because those games came out before that. So, what the hell, Pokemon
Yes.
Go? You copying?
Yeah,
Champion.
Pokemon Go to the polls.
God damn it.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Yeah.
You just get out.
Well, I mean, like, in these, like, 13 weeks of these podcasts, one thing I've learned is that you never know what's going to walk through that door. So,
Jesus.
August 19th, apparently, Metroid Prime Federation Force is coming out, which is in 2 days.
Damn it.
I've heard, like, nothing about that game ever since it was shown, so I'm kind of surprised it's coming out so soon. And it's not going to sell well because it's probably going to be a shitty Metroid game, so we'll see.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
All right.
Damn cat.
Sorry.
Hey,
What's
go
next?
ahead.
Deus Ex: Mankind Divided.
Yeah, the actual game.
August- The actual
Yeah.
one, not the iPhone game.
Yeah, the
August
August
23rd.
23rd.
Yeah. Also, Inside, which is released for PC, is going to release on PS4 August 23rd.
Yeah.
Right?
Ooh.
And Madden NFL 2017. I don't know if anybody cares about that. Also,
I think it's a
someone
big
does
release.
someone.
It's a big
So
release,
this is releasing on PS4, Xbox One, and PS3 and Xbox 360.
Yeah, on last gen as well, which is because it's a sports game.
Super weird. Yeah, I guess.
They know
I guess,
the type of people that buy their games is people that don't upgrade their
I know,
consoles.
like, they already, like, I'm pretty sure Madden 16 already had stuff on the new the new consoles than, like, the old consoles didn't have.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. Like, certain features, I don't know what they were.
I'm sure there'll be limitations
like,
to the old version, yeah.
But,
Yeah.
okay. That's weird to me.
Kind of like with Shadow of Mordor in the Nemesis system.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Also, Worms WMD. Don't know. Web medical doctor.
Worms of mass destruction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not a medical doctor. Gotcha.
You goof.
Also
Worms
the 23rd.
is a popular game, that's why I put it
Yeah,
on
I know
this,
what Worms
even though
is.
I don't actually know really much about Worms. Isn't there like 1,000 different types of Worms games?
It's like
I think so.
I think the popular Worms games are like kind of like tanks games where you shoot each
okay.
other. Kind of. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know.
Where you aim up your shot and then you go and it's like turn based.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bedtime, boys. You guys finish the podcast. I'll go sleep.
All right. All right,
Nap,
sounds good.
nap.
Chase, you got the sales. Do it.
Okay. So a lot of sales this week, but not really. God damn it.
I was sleeping.
So continuing with Ubisoft's UB30 anniversary thing, Rayman Origins is free on Uplay starting August 17th, which
Is today!
this recording.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually announced this one ahead of time. They told us about this like a week ago.
Yeah, I
But
saw that.
it's actually out now, so yay! Even though I already have the game on 3DS, so whatever.
I got it on Uplay. Just
It's
because
a
free,
really good
so-
game, dude.
Is it?
It's really good, yeah. Legends is a lot better in my opinion, but Origins is really good. So.
I've never actually played any of the Rayman games, really. Like
The newest two are amazing. I've heard good things
I
about the
think-
old ones, but I've never really played them either. So
I think I remember watching someone play like the first one on PS1
yeah,
or something like that, like long time ago. That's about my only experience with Rayman.
for sure.
Huh.
All right.
Yeah, that's all we got for sales. So in tech news, some more interesting NVIDIA stuff. Totally not a NVIDIA fanboy.
Not even a little.
I am. I totally am.
I am.
I will admit that.
That's the joke, Matt. God.
God,
I just like ruining your guys' jokes. Is that so bad?
You're not
Like,
funny,
yes,
Matt.
it is.
God.
shut up, Matt.
Gosh.
Okay, no,
Gosh.
no more talk.
Gosh. Oh God, he's been goofyized.
Oh no.
Oh no. Anyway, so NVIDIA has announced their 10 series mobile GPUs. According to the specs, they're supposedly within 10% performance of their desktop
That's kind of insane, actually.
That is, considering the previous gens were usually
Like 50%, yeah.
50
Yeah.
or less. Yeah.
Yeah.
And these are supposed to be within 10%. That's crazy awesome.
That's insane, yeah.
They've also dropped the M moniker, so it's not going to be like the 1060M,
Really?
1070M, 1080M. They're just calling them 1060, 1070, 1080.
That seems
For mobile.
interesting. Oh, just mobile? For mobile?
Well, I don't know if
No,
they're going
I
to say
don't-
for mobile, but they for sure dropped the M moniker on it.
It's just gonna be like with like a 1080 or whatever. You know what I mean? Is what it's gonna say.
It's
not
going to be a
have-
slightly weaker 1080 or slightly
Yeah.
weaker.
Let's see how
But that's not how
gigantic
they're gonna
those
advertise it.
computers look.
They already have them out. I mean,
Oh,
like they have the 1060 and a Razer Blade.
that's
It
crazy.
doesn't add anymore because they're all still MXM form factor, like the card
Yeah.
style. And they actually last gen they had 980 like full desktop 980s on an MXM card.
Those are
available
definitely
in laptops.
Those are definitely some letters you're saying. So
They are.
God damn it.
MXM is the form factor for notebook graphics cards, so
oh, okay, that makes sense.
it's just like a card style
Yeah,
kind of thing. So
for sure.
instead of a full graphics card, but yeah, they've already had very powerful graphics cards on a small form factor for laptops. So
It's crazy.
indeed.
All right.
And then NVIDIA also canceled their Shield 2.
So
I don't know
the
if
Shield
anybody
2
really
is that
cares or not.
is that the tablet, or I don't know what the
Yes,
Shield 2 is.
It is.
Okay.
Yep. The Shield
'Cause-
is their tablet.
Because the first tablet is like actually a pretty good tablet for the price point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
As far as I
$200
understand.
bucks.
Yeah, and it can
You
like
can
play games.
You can play games on it, like full
Yeah,
actual
like
games, which is
like
crazy.
Trine and stuff. Yeah.
I've seen people playing like Rocket League on those and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can play
Well,
like
and
Skyrim and stuff like that.
Well, it's $200. It's a full it's a 1080p tablet. And you can play games on it, and like the specs aren't bad for like the price point. It's like actually a really good tablet.
It plays
It
games
is.
on it, but doesn't it just stream games to it? Is what it actually does.
No,
No.
I don't think so.
No, it plays games
you
natively.
can play games on it.
Really?
Pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
It just seems insane to me that would be $200.
Well, I mean, it's not. It's just mobile games. Like it's just like games that were on like the
Oh.
Android market.
Oh wait,
Like,
it's you stream it from the cloud. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
thought. I
it
was
is.
gonna say,
GeForce
I'm
Now.
pretty
I had to
sure
look it
it's
up.
streaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Yeah.
it still is.
It
kind
still
of
plays,
playing on the
I think,
Shield,
its
but-
own games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think the main like giveaway with it, I always heard, was that it just plays streaming games really well.
Yeah.
So
Which is crazy that it does that.
yeah.
So.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah, they're canceling their Shield too.
That's really
which is
unfortunate.
interesting.
I'm kind
It's a
of
bummer. It
sad
probably
about
could have
that.
been really good. Yeah.
I don't know, I suppose they probably just didn't have much of an impact in the tablet market, which kind of surprised me since, like we said, it's a really good price point for a tablet. Like that's how much I bought my Nexus 7 for when it first released.
Really?
So, well, yeah, $200 or whatever when the Nexus 7 first came out, and now the
Oh yeah, that's true. I bought mine for that too.
and the Shield one is $200 at that same price point. So,
Mm-hmm.
oh well.
Stuff.
Well, anyway, I think that's all we got for news.
Yeah.
Should we talk about what we're gonna play over the next week?
Nope.
Games.
Yeah, games
Game's
done.
done.
Signing off.
Chalk it up.
I'll probably play, I think it's mostly the same list from last week, Far Cry Primal, which I didn't touch this week, but I'm hoping once I get Red Dead and Mafia out of the way, I'll be able to jump into that a lot quicker. I think those are my priorities right now, is Red Dead and Mafia. But yeah, I'll probably play some more Alpha Sapphire in my downtime. I didn't play it very aggressively, just kind of when I'm laying in bed, going to bed at night, so...
Laying in bed, going to bed.
That's what I do when I'm in bed sometimes. And then I'll probably
You
play
don't
some
just stare
Rocket
up at the
League.
ceiling.
No, I try to
I
sleep when I
think
go.
that's-
When I go to bed, I go to sleep.
No, can that be the name of the podcast? Laying in bed, going to bed. Like,
What does Ron actually do when he goes to bed?
I
Find
am.
out.
I am
Find
okay
out.
with this. I am okay
find
with
out
this.
1 hour and
This
7
is-
minutes into this podcast.
This is what will happen. Yeah, I'll probably play Rocket League, as I always do, and
Of course.
probably maybe some Minecraft if I get around to it this week. I know Max, I think, has been playing by himself, and I'm starting to feel bad. So,
Yeah.
Red Dead, I'm definitely going to try to hit Friday. I think I'll get off early Friday, so I'll probably try to play some Red Dead. And then Mafia 2, like I said. So,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing.
Better do it.
I'll do it.
Do it.
I'll do what I want.
As for me, I'll probably play some more Ark at some point. Maybe I might try a few more matches in GoldenEye Source. Wasn't playing all that. I mean, I didn't do all that great when I first played, so we'll see if I can get better. I'm gonna try and finish Doom since I'm 2 levels away from the end
Yeah,
in my
Nice.
nightmare run. So
that's crazy.
I want to try and beat that just so I can say I did it. And then I'll probably end up playing some more Pokemon Uranium and probably start
Nice.
that up after this podcast. In fact.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ark, more like bark. Woof.
Shut up, Ron.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ignore that and just.
That didn't happen. Let's just pretend that didn't happen.
I'm playing Pokemon Black and
Right.
Mafia 2.
Yeah,
So
that's a good list.
yeah, I know. I don't know. It depends on how much I get with school and stuff. And
You know what you're gonna be playing? Homework Simulator 2016.
yeah, I
Yeah,
should make that game.
probably
That
not the
sounds like
first
it's
week,
so well.
but after that.
Syllabus Simulator 26.
Yeah,
Syllabus
that's the one.
Simulator. That's this
That's
week.
the one.
Yes.
Yes. All right. I think that's it,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, that's it.
That's all
Thought
we got.
I'd go ahead and thank MDK for letting him use his song "Press Start" in our intro and our outro. You can follow on Facebook and Twitter at MDK Official, and you can check us out on Facebook at Facebook.com/Diamonds Demons Mushrooms. So, yeah, yay! That's us. That's the podcast,
Yay.
guys. Are we good to go? Are we gonna
We're
say
good.
are we gonna say bye?
I'll give you a little squirtle squirt.
Squirtle, squirt.
Squirtle
Good night.
squirt.
Bye.
Bye.